Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
We begin with local forecasters tracking the severe weather threat moving into Metro Detroit. The latest. Flash flood watch has been issued for most of our area overnight. We could be in for another messy morning commute.
Yeah, so Ben, what's the biggest concern right now?
Well, parts of the Great Lakes are going to get a tremendous amount of wind. That little pink box that you showed there, that was a severe thunderstorm watch, but it was classified as a PDS. That's a particularly dangerous situation, and they tack on that label when those winds are supposed to get even higher than typical thunderstorm winds. In fact, they're saying hurricane force winds out of that. The question is how much of that ends up on our doorstep, and that's what we're going to try to answer. But as you mentioned also, the flash flood watch is in effect starting at 3 a.m. through 10 o'clock. This does include the morning commute, obviously, up to 3 inches of rain possible in spots, and that's outside any possibilities of the wind. You look at the current radar, you can see definitely the heavier shades there across parts of Wisconsin. That's also where all of the severe thunderstorm warnings are right now. There are no warnings in the state of Michigan, even though we are seeing some rain and thunderstorms. Those are not at severe limits, but the risk remains. You can see almost all of us are in that slight risk, that yellow color here in southeast Michigan. Parts of Lenawee and Washtenaw County, you're under enhanced risk, a little bit higher. Again, closer to where we think the core of these storms are going to be, which is out over West Michigan. So as we get through the nighttime hours, we may not even be dry at 2 o'clock. I think we'll probably see some rain and thunder at that point, but the 4 to 6 a.m. window, that's when we expect the strongest storms and the strongest in the west and south zone, closer to where those thunderstorms will be at their maximum. So coming up, we'll talk more about timing, how it's going to affect the commute, and what time we expect the storms to be out of here. And that's in a few minutes, guys.
All right, Ben, of course, you can stay on top of the storms by waking up with the only morning show in town with 2 meteorologists. Live updates on the storm's path and any potential damage or flooding that may impact the morning drive starting at 4:30 a.m. Local 4 News today. All right, in the news tonight, a Wyandotte doctor with a warrant out for his arrest on sexual assault charges has been taken into custody.
Dr. Girish Mangalik is a neurologist who was affiliated with Henry Ford Hospital in Wyandotte when the alleged sexual assaults happened. Our Mara McDonald is in Wyandotte tonight. Mara, one of the women he's charged with sexually assaulting has come forward.
And she is not the only alleged victim here. There is another victim where a warrant was issued. This doctor was affiliated with Henry Ford Wyandotte. He also had his own standalone practice here.
He grabbed the bottom of my bra with both hands and ripped it up above my breast and started fondling my breast, and it put me in such shock. I didn't even know, I couldn't even think. It was just bizarre.
Christy Farley was in Dr. Girish Mangalik's neurology office for severe neck and shoulder pain, but what she says he did to her so shocked her, she couldn't believe it was happening.
You are in such shock. I remember he left the room and I said, I was just molested by my doctor.
That alleged assault happened in 2017. She eventually reported it in 2019, only to find out there was another woman who had reported a similar assault. And then another patient who reported Mangalik to the state licensing board in 2004.
He had the same modus operandi with every single victim. And under the guise of medical care, using the trust that the patients would have, he would molest them in a very definite way.
Dr. Mangalik kept his license after the 2004 complaint because he had no other complaints against him and agreed to take classes on professional sexual misconduct.
It's just horrible to think, but we know there's got to be more victims.
Henry Ford administration giving us this statement tonight. This doctor is not a Henry Ford employee and currently has no contact with any of our patients. Because of pending litigation, we are not able to comment any further. Razor says as soon as those warrants against the doctor were issued, Henry Ford scrubbed any mention of him from any of their websites. And as far as victims goes, Razor thinks this is only the beginning. We are in Wyandotte. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Okay, Mara. When Stellantis merged with Fiat Chrysler, it didn't waver on the deal with the city to revitalize not just the Detroit Mack engine plant, but the surrounding area as well. Tonight, the car maker updated progress on the plant, the jobs, and the investment. Jason Colthorpe reports tonight from the east side.
It really sounded too good to be true. A company breathing new life into this idled engine plant and offering Detroiters the first crack at all the new jobs. Well, Stellantis and the city announcing tonight, yeah, everything went to plan.
We have followed the Detroit Mack plant's revitalization closely over the past few years.
Have your IDs out.
From the 2019 job fairs for Detroiters to the approval of the tax incentives to the new construction.
It just shows that FCA is going to be here forever.
And up to last December's make good on the revitalization of the East Side neighborhood around the Mack plant. Wednesday night, Stellantis, formerly Fiat Chrysler, premiered a documentary which showed the progress.
Lots of employers who've made big promises and they haven't played out. We did work to ensure that Detroiters saw Stellantis as a company of its word.
The plant, which is building Jeep Grand Cherokees, is running 3 8-hour shifts Monday through Friday.
If you ask me, if they hire jobs around here and I see people walking to work, that means they're the people who live around here. They got better chance for a job, actually, to move ahead.
2,100 Detroiters, many from this neighborhood, filled the new jobs, and the plant has about 5,000 new workers total.
I think it's great, honestly. Yeah. Even for Detroit, the more they put up for us, they'll help us in the long run for make Detroit get better.
In addition to the millions it plans to invest in the neighborhood, some of that money is going to schools. Stellantis also announcing a partnership with Southeastern High School, offering those kids learning possibilities, internships, and one day a job here, possibly, if they want it. On the east side, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
All right, Jason. Now, meanwhile, a Michigan GM plant that builds full-size trucks will be back to full production next week. Business as usual coming up at Flint Assembly on Monday after the plant dropped to just one shift this week because of the chip shortage we've reported. Meanwhile, the Lansing Delta Township Assembly shutdown has been extended another week. That will now run until August 9th. At Lansing Grand River Assembly, production of the Cadillac CT4 and the 5 delayed 2 more weeks until August 30th.
Beaumont Health announces it will mandate the vaccine for employees because of the Delta variant. That mandate will go into effect once one of the vaccines gets full approval from the FDA. That's expected early this fall. However, Beaumont says if there's a spike in cases or hospitals see a surge, the mandate will go into effect before full FDA approval. Employees will have 6 weeks to be vaccinated once the mandate goes into effect.
Man accused of abducting one woman and shooting another is in police custody tonight. Police say 21-year-old Marcus Montgomery surrendered to authorities. He was wanted after an abduction on East Warren near the Southfield Freeway last night. A 20-year-old woman was forced into a car, and her friend who followed the car ended up being shot. The woman who was abducted was found safe earlier today. That woman who was shot, hospitalized, and right now in temporary serious condition.
Tonight in Washington, the U.S. Senate voting to advance a $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure spending deal.
Senate voted 67 to 32 to start debate on the bill, with 17 Republicans joining all 50 Democrats. The bill includes $550 billion in new federal funding for roads and bridges, clean energy, passenger and freight rail, and high-speed internet. Final vote, though, not expected for at least a few more days.
There will be another major freeway closure this weekend. Both directions of I-75 between I-94 and the Davison Freeway will be closed to allow crews to demolish the Meade Avenue overpass above the freeway. The closure starts at 9 Friday night and ends at 5 a.m. Monday morning. The work is part of a $13 million investment that is expected to be completed sometime in November. Still ahead, a mother of 8 has concerns about getting the vaccine. Then she ended up in the ICU.
It was horrifying. I've never in my life felt like I was going to die until that day.
Her battle with COVID and the message she has for others who are unvaccinated.
A man intentionally crashes an SUV into a couple's home, and it's not the first terrifying incident they've had with him.
But up first, Detroit police gathered to remember an 18-year-old woman shot and killed while on her bicycle. It's next.